um,
Mm-hmm.
of it's like almost like Pompeii where a volcano exploded, but there's this magma flow, and I just see like the white and the red lines, crystal breaking through the black obsidian in the earth as it's just like flowing, and it see I guess it's flowing towards the ocean and kind of like meeting the ocean and turning into a mountain
Mm-hmm.
as it rapidly cools and then just like continues to flow.
Mm-hmm. Powerful. Very good. And you're seeing all of this while you are still out in space?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about all of this? What does it feel like in your body?
On one side, it's like the observing. I'm like watching it all, and I'm like, wow, that's really crazy. Like, and then when I'm like actually back on the ship in the holodeck or whatnot, it's like I guess I feel a tension in my shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
and like my stomach and digestive area tract and stuff. I'm like trying to. It feels tension or as if there's like a discomfort there. Um,
Mm-hmm. Like it's hard to
specifically,
digest?
yeah, it's hard to digest, and then like specifically, my behind my shoulders, my right shoulder blade, and like that area
Mm-hmm.
where I had the accident, and I literally attracted that in, and felt like it blew out the right side,
Mm-hmm.
and blew out the masculinity of that head-on collision that came
Mm-hmm.
in 2017, and that was, I guess, what feels like the previous pattern
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
everything came to a literal head
Mm-hmm.
up, and I feel like that is, uh, is still there or needs to be, I guess, resolved. And part of the patterns and fixing that in order to repair the damage, because I've just lived with the pain or just lived with it and haven't haven't healed or fixed it or known what it's like to not have that pain every day.
Mm-hmm. I want you to feel that. I want you to go into that. And I want you to express that pain in the right shoulder blade. I want you to express that. Let that flow because that's a part of the healing process. I want you to give your right shoulder blade a voice. Let your right shoulder blade actually use your mouth. Allow it to speak through your mouth. And I want the right shoulder blade to express itself and literally verbalize that pain that you're carrying around. And tell me what it is you're carrying in there.
When I focus on the right shoulder blade, I can see a new type of flower species that I've never seen before. It's similar to a sunflower, but it's like it's different. There's like a sphere center on it, and then it's like got these like long petals that are similar to a sunflower but not. And there's only 7 petals on the whole flower, and it's like starts at this white and basically like tie dye fades to where it's like a pink, not pink, like a red that's like it's like coming down around the edges, and then there's 2 or 3 like sharp points that it comes down from the tip of the petal into like the sphere of the center that's just all white. And my shoulder blade like is behind it, is that picture, and it's just saying like I'm hurt, and I got hurt, and you've held so much tension. And
Mhm. Yeah, I'm going to talk with the right shoulder blade now, and I want you to just go along with it and let it just speak through your mouth. And right shoulder blade, are you still feeling the impact from being hit? Are you holding on to the tension and the trauma from that?
the right shoulder just hurts
Mhm. Give it your voice. Why do you hurt?
because I've never been listened to. I've always had to just keep going.
Yeah, I want you to tell me about that, and I want you to express that. I'm here with you. I hear you. And I want you to
Just
know your pain is valid.
just had to keep going and be a machine and not care because what's wrong or anything like that, but just keep going
Yeah.
because because that's what we do. We just make things work.
Hmm.
And
But it's not working, is it?
no, we're broken, we hurt, we need
Yeah.
help. We
Yeah.
can't do it alone, and we're trying to fix it all ourselves.
Yeah.
And now we're damaging other aspects and parts of us because we're not healed, we're not whole.
Mm. Everybody needs support, don't they? All
Yeah,
parts.
and I feel like all my life it's just been challenge, and especially in my relationships, it's really good with challenge, but it's not support.
Hmm. You need support too, don't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to have support. Let that out. Let that flow. That's the healing aspect for the right shoulder. The water has to flow out. The literally the circulatory system, the endocrine system, they are clearing, and there's toxins that literally come out through the tears and the tear duct. Those have to flow. That has to flow in order for healing to happen. And I know that I'm talking to the right shoulder blade. I know that you're tired. I feel that you're tired. I feel that you're
Yeah,
tired of holding everything up. I want you to talk to me about holding everything up.
I'm the tip of the spear. I literally have to be. I hold everything and everybody up so that I can prove that it's that we are good enough that we can be here, a part of the body.
Mhm. Yeah. But you also have to have support from all the other parts, don't you?
And I
Yeah.
don't. I feel like I'm on an island alone and just afraid, afraid to. If I let go, then I'll be ripped off, and I won't function. I won't have any purpose.
Hmm. Yes. Yes, I hear that. And that's valid that you feel that way. That's valid that you're experiencing that fear. And I want you to express that fear. It's very important that you let that fear out, because that is what's going to help you to realize that you're actually supported by all the other parts of the body. You do know, and I'm speaking to the right shoulder blade here, you do know that you can't function without the support of all the other parts, including even the toes. You know that. And so, and I'm speaking to the right shoulder blade here, I want you to allow the other parts to support you. I want you to just relax. And so I'm going to ask the lungs to take a really deep, full breath in And I want you, right shoulder blade, to relax into the back. The back is supporting you. I want you to relax into the back. And I want you to allow the remaining parts of the back to support you. And I want you to tell me how that feels as you relax into the back and allow the muscles and the fascia and the bones to support you. How does that feel to you?
New, different,
Mhm.
feels like I'm still hard to let go and truly
Mhm.
be at peace.
So I want you, right shoulder blade, I want you to trust that all the other parts of the back, including the girdle that you are inserted into, and the chest cavity, and the ribs, and the head and the neck, and the rest of the arm, I want you to trust all of these other parts to do their part as they were designed to do, to hold you in your place, instead of you feeling like you have to hold everything there in an isolated way. Because I feel like, and I'm talking to the right shoulder blade here, you have isolated yourself from the wholeness of the body. And so that put you out of alignment. But you're still a part of the wholeness. Can you feel what I'm talking about here?
Hmm.
You're still a part of the wholeness, but you have to trust by letting go that the rest of the body is going to support you. And I'm going to tell you, right shoulder blade, it's not possible for you not to be a part of the rest of the body. You're all one. You're all one. You can't be disconnected from the body. It's not possible. You could be out of alignment, which you are, but you're slowly starting to go into alignment again. But you have to trust the other parts to support you. So I want you now, lungs, I want you to take another deep breath, and I want you to fill the breath up and send it to the right shoulder blade. Expand and really send oxygen and prana to the right shoulder blade. And then I want you to just exhale. And right shoulder blade, I want you to go down, down, down into your place in the body. And right shoulder, I want you to relax. And relaxing means you kind of go up a little bit towards the right ear, and then you just kind of lay back. And then that means that the right front of the chest, the pec, starts to expand now. And it just kind of starts to melt back and outward, almost like a slide out horizontally and diagonally, so that all of the pec muscles in the chest can then just expand and open. I want you to just keep focusing on your beautiful deep breath. And now, right shoulder blade, I want you to tell me how you're feeling right now.
That I don't have to do all the work myself.
No, you don't have to do all the work yourself. You have to let the left side come in and help you too. So now I want the left side, the left shoulder blade, the left pec, the left rib cage. I want you to also expand and widen and just go down, down, down towards the floor more. So now the heart is able to open up and expand more. And the shoulder blades, both of you, right and left, you're actually dormant angel wings. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's what I see. That's what I feel the dragon wings come out of.
Yep. You're dormant angel wings that retracted. And so now I want the whole body to just, lungs, I want you to take a deep breath, and diaphragm really expand. And I want you to allow the angel wings to start to come out onto the back. And as the angel wings come out and go down and outward and expand, the heart expands and opens because the angel wings support the heart. And I want you to take a few moments and breathe into that. And if anything starts to come through for you, I want you to verbalize that to me and share that.
See it and I feel them like coming out and like
Mhm.
and they're huge. They're bigger, like
Yeah, they are.
they just keep going and going and they like are way bigger than my body and
Yeah, they're massive.
they're
And I
like
want you to expand in your angelic self now. I want you to describe your angelic self coming out here because your face is getting lit up.
they're like they're like big, they're bold and just like confident. They want to just like play and like fully release the power, but they're also like they can also be protective and like come all the way around me and like
Mm-hmm.
be
It's
that
your auric field.
the shield and the it's not just a shield, it's like a picture of a shield and a sword and like they're that protection, but they're also like full power and
And now Archangel Michael is here, and I want you to call in Archangel Michael. I want you to bring Archangel Michael in. We're fractals of Archangel Michael. And I want you, it's a collective of souls vibrating in the same frequency. It's the vibration of protection. And I want you to call in Archangel Michael and the aquamarine sword, aquamarine blue sword. And I want you to tell me when you see Archangel Michael.
see the sword
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it's like aquamarine blue, but it also comes like how I see it is like marbled almost. And
Uh-huh.
there's like
It is.
it's like white marbles, like an ocean, like foam, like how the aqua blue of the ocean and like Mexico is with the like with the foam sea that comes from it and it like
Yeah.
it goes out and up and it and there's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like a a long like gold handle like as far as the hilt cross on it and it's like goes down and it can be used as a single but it's also double-handed and it's like just massive
Mm-hmm.
and I can hold it but it's like designed for like literally the wings to not only be there but like to be able to support it and hold it as well and it's
So now Archangel Michael is wanting to put the sword right into the heart of the physical body. Allow Archangel Michael and the aquamarine blue sword and the ivory, the sword that you're describing with the ocean foam. I want you to allow Archangel Michael to bring it right into the heart and allow the heart to burst open. Allow that sword to come right in and allow the shoulder blades. Yes, yes, release that. Yes. Let that sword come right into the heart and bust it right open and allow the shoulder blades to pop right back onto their place in the back and let all of that out. Let that
it's like
flow.
it's like a deep dark shadow and like
Mm.
feels like it's just full consuming and there's like coals in a fireplace and like the light glowing out from it, and it's taking out the shadow, but it hurts, and it's like
So I want you to just feel the pain, go right into it, because the transformation's happening through the pain. Go right into it and express it.
it's like this it's still there, and yet it's getting diminished, and there's like a whirlwind uh, of like pulling it out, and like feels like the sword is absorbing it, and there's blue, but it's like a green and a yellow and like a swirling effect of wind, and like pulling it out, and then zooming out I see like the full collective of Michael and everything, and just like the white, the light, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like absorbing all of it, and it's transmuting this like
Mm-hmm. Good. Very good. Good. Go into it and just express it and let it just happen. Just receive it and allow the shoulder blades to just relax back. The angel wings are expanding. Let the heart open up and feel everything.
it's
Express all.
like when I want it, and I want it to like happen, and yet when I like going deeper and deeper, and like breaking open, it's like this deep purple like tether that's just like tied to every soul of my body and my being, that's like trying to pull it back into that darkness, and it feels like and looks like there's like tree roots or like a catacomb of just
Mhm.
this like tethering to all my limbs, and like my chest and my limbs and my body and my head, and and like pulling me and trying to pull me back, and
You're just what?
I just want to let it go and let it like off of me, but I also like I like it, and I want to embrace it, and I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is just like deep. It like feels like just darkness, and it's like there.
Embrace the darkness. It's a part of you. Embrace the darkness. Yes. Yeah. Express that. Embrace the darkness. It's just
It's
a reflection.
powerful. It just like it's a rage. It's inside of me, and
Mm-hmm. So bring it up. Give it a voice. Let's bring the rage up. I'm going to count to three. When I count to three, we're going to bring the rage up, and you have to give it your mouth and give it a voice. 1, 2, 3. I want to talk with the rage now. Let it speak.
why do you want me? Why do you want to talk to me?
I want to talk to you because you're important. You're important.
Yeah, I've been suppressed my whole life, and
Yes, you've been suppressed.
it's there, but I just want to be let out and like
Yep. So I
take
want you to come
over.
out. I want you to come out. And right now, I want you to take over. We can handle you. Are you
No,
afraid that we can't handle you?
you can't handle me.
Why
I
can't
know
I
you.
handle you?
I'm in everything, and every little piece that has been shoved down inside, it just gives me more and more.
Mhm. So what's been shoved down you? Tell me about that.
What hasn't? Honesty been shoved down. I feed off of that
Mhm.
because you can't be honest.
Mhm.
And
What else?
the rage, the, the situations, the losing Derek, losing Tyler, just
Mhm.
best being beaten my whole life, just shove it all down and put a smile on so that nobody can see me. You want
You
to
don't have to
hide
do
me.
that.
You want to hide me, and I'm powerful, and I'm here.
You don't have to do that here. You don't have to be shoved down. I want to see you. I want you to tell me about your power. Tell me about your power.
I just want to show. I just want to release and like just tear everything apart. I just have so much in me that just like wants to rip it all
Okay,
and
so go
show.
ahead. Do it. Rip it all apart. I want you to talk it out. Rip. What do you want to rip apart?
I don't even know, just the fabric of my family, fabric of society, fabric of just like, why am I even here?
Why are you here?
I don't know. I don't have a purpose.
Well, you just said to rip the fabric of your family, to rip the fabric of society. Is that not part of your purpose?
I mean, yeah, maybe, but I've been put into a closet and locked into a chest my whole life, and I don't even know what my purpose is anymore because I've been told to just stay down. I've been told nobody wants to see you, and nobody wants to experience that, and I just want to rip it apart and
Okay, go
show
ahead.
that I am here, that I care.
You are here and you do care. And I see you and I hear you. I hear you and I care about you. I care about you and I want you to feel that. I want you to feel that in your body. I care about you and I've just opened up the closet door. And I want to hear you and I want to hear what you have to say. And I want to hear your rage. What are you mad about?
All of it. Just mad at all of it. Mad that nobody sees me, that that I don't want the spotlight, but I do, and I need it, and yet I don't want it because I've been told, I've been shoved down, I've been beaten, and now I just want to unleash all of that on everybody else and just like give them the same that I've been felt and given. And it doesn't feel fair. It doesn't feel like, why do I have to be suppressed or shut down when other people can rage or just like let it out and embrace that darkness. And
Well, that doesn't feel good.
no, it hurts.
It
It
does
sucks.
hurt. It's terrible. And so you want the spotlight, but you've been told that that's bad. So what's bad about the spotlight? What's bad about being seen and being acknowledged for the work that you're doing? What's bad about it? You tell me.
I can't handle it. Other people, the world, the fabric, my family, it just they don't know. They can't see it. They're not privy to it. They want to hide and pretend to be something else, something that they're not, and not recognize or understand that this is here too. That you can't have one without the other. The only reason that light exists is because there is darkness.
That's right. That's right. We have to have dark, don't we, in order to see contour and color and tone. We can't see that if everything's just light all the time.
No, it's just worthless. It's just empty. Just being light is like is boring. Is you, you literally can't do, you can't see anything. It's just everything's all at once. It's one thing. It's just all of it is just the exact same, and it's perfect, and like
Mm.
I wanna show the imperfection. I wanna be there. I wanna like just let out the beast and like I don't know. I don't even know why.
Okay, so show the imperfection. What's the imperfection in your world? I want you to tell me about it.
Everybody says that they're perfect, that and they're not. And by suppressing or hiding it, then it's just like this, it's just this fake facade that nobody's actually real. Nobody can get to the deeper meaning, or truly who they are or what they need.
Mhm. I hear that.
It's just so maddening that like I can be here and and like yes, there's actual evil and there's actual darkness in
Mhm.
this world, but like I can be used as that power, and I'm hidden and I'm suppressed, and I'm like, you have to go into the dark to fight the dark with dark in order to bring out the light.
Mhm.
And yeah, you're stabbing me with this sword and like trying to heal the heart, and
Mhm.
I don't want to let go, because if I get let go, then am I even here? Am I even important? Do I even matter?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
I'm not good enough to be a part of it.
Mhm. Good. 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 Keep expressing that. This is important. And I want you to know, darkness, I want you to know that even just by telling me all of this, you're important. It's important that you share this, as I hear you and I feel you. And what you are experiencing is incredibly valid. And what you're experiencing is important because you are learning about yourself through this. That's your purpose. Darkness, that's your purpose. Is there's learning happening. You're learning.
Yeah, but I haven't learned anything but just rage. I haven't learned how to control it, or how to use it, tap into it.
Well, you have to be able to express it first in order to do that. So you've been dammed up. So right now the volcano is bursting and it's erupting. And once we get through the volcano erupting, then you learn how to use it. And then it becomes humor. Rage very easily moves into humor, but you have to express it first. You have to express your rage. You have to allow yourself to emote and to be angry. All of that is very important. You, darkness, are a very important component to being human. That is your purpose. You make this life experience a human experience. I want you to
Why
sit
would
with
I?
that
Why would I ever want to do that? Why would I ever want that? It's just
because you already said, and it's true, because we're really just light. The darkness is an illusion. Shadow is illusion, but it is necessary. You are as darkness right now. I'm talking to you as darkness, but you are a projection from the light. There's only light. The dark is a projection. It's just the absence of light. It's a shadow. You're a shadow, but you're important or we can't learn. Why would you do that? Why not? For experience, for knowledge, for wisdom. You can't have wisdom without the darkness. So your purpose is for wisdom. You help to create wisdom through the contrast of the light. How does this resonate with you? I want you to share with me.
just have nothing but electricity. It's literally like my hands are on fire, and like
Yep.
literally like tingling and feeling it. Like
Yep.
it's it's like being shocked,
That's
alive, and
wonderful.
just like taking on thousands and hundreds of thousands of volts, and literally like
Yep.
like I just now I can see like the picture of myself as like the light, the holy trinity of like my inner child and me as I am now, and the light, the future, all holding hands and like getting my left hand raised and like getting hit by that like
Mhm.
millions of volts of electricity, and I can literally like feel it through my whole body and my being, and it I just don't know where to ground it. It just feels like it's a Tesla coil just like jumping all over the place, and like it's not grounded, and I'm trying to find that like to be that conduit to just like let it flow through me and pass. And right now it's just like literally everything, my entire like
Mhm.
my hands are locked up and like
I know. And I want you to allow it to be, because you're fighting it. That's why you're fighting this energy. This is your divine energy. And I want you to breathe, and you're expressing it. And I want you to express it, but I want you to breathe, and I want you to allow it to be what it is instead of trying to control it. Allow this pulsation and electricity, allow it to just be. And I want you to sit in it. I've got you. Remember, I told you I've got you. I'm going to keep you safe. Remember, I told you, don't try to control it. Just be it. You don't need to be grounded. Be all this chaotic electricity right now and experience this. It's okay if the body vibrates and is shaky and crazy and all the emotions are coming up, because you've unblocked the dam in the system. And so now everything is flowing. And I've got you. I'm right here. I'm not going to let anything happen to your body.
it's just like the white light, the like angel wings like around it. It's like a yellow. It's like
Yep.
going.
Yep.
It's not even like it's yellow, and it's just going, and like
I know. I see it. I
it's
see it.
it's so overwhelming,
Yep.
powerful that I can't even like.
You can. You can breathe. I'm here with you. You can. It's okay, because the darkness that's talking to me is the ego. And I want you to know I've got you. And I want you to just surrender to this.
I,
Trust,
I trust you.
trust. I've got
I
you. Archangel
surrender all.
Michael is here. It's okay. Just let it all just go throughout your body and just allow it to just be. Archangel Michael is here. I'm here. You're being activated. Yeah, I know. I know. You're being activated right now. Yep. And I want you to just express all of that. You're being activated because now you finally let go. Yep. It can be overwhelming to the ego when the divine light comes back into the body. And I want you to breathe. And ego, you can continue to express. That's okay. But you got to let the body just get activated.
My toes, my
Yeah,
calves, my knees, like
I know. I know. And I just want you to breathe, and you just tell me what's going on. It's okay. Because I'm talking to the ego.
can feel literally like every cell, and it's like
It's
just
intense.
uh, vibrating, and like I
I
don't
know.
even know how to speak. Like
Mhm.
my tongue is, it feels like it's getting
Mm,
locked up and super slow,
I know.
and
So
yet
I'm going to,
everything
yeah,
is like so
I know.
fast.
I know you're being activated. I'm going to count to five. And when I count to five, and you just keep breathing, when I count to five, you're going to be even more relaxed, and your body is open, your heart is open, and you receive the light even more. One, you're relaxing and you're just being in the flow of the current. Two, you're going down, down, down even more. Three, your eyelids are even heavier and heavier and heavier. 4, your arms are relaxed. And 5, you just succumb to it. And just be in it. And there's flashes of light going over your body right now as you're activating even more, as light is infusing your body and upgrading every cell. You are relaxed and you're safe. We're all here with you. We're keeping you safe. And you're just receiving. I just want you to be in the current of light. And it's okay if your body moves around. It's okay if there's jolts. That's just normal. There's just a normal activation. And I just want you to let your ego just go sit right in the heart center. The ego belongs right in the heart center. Ego, it's okay. The body is safe. And I want you to just open up the heart and allow all the color frequencies and all of the light to come in. And everything is good. Just be here and allow it to come in. And if you need to express emotions, let them come up. That is normal and healthy and necessary and healing. And if there are words that you want to share, you can allow the words to come through. Let your body move as it needs to in order to receive the light. And I want you to just relax in your breath. And the breath is slow and calm and deep. There you go. Good. Let that come up.
I just want to cry.
Yeah, let that come up.
I just want to cry.
Yeah, you need to cry because we unblocked the dam.
It's never been okay.
Yeah, it's not only okay, but it's required. You have to cry. It's required. It's a part of your healing.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Mhm. You're doing it right now and you're doing a perfect job. You're doing it beautifully. The body
My,
has to cry.
my hands feel like
I
little
know.
paws.
I
Like I
know.
don't have fingers.
I know. I know. And that's okay. It's temporary. It's all temporary. This is just the activation of the body. This is just an activation. You're in a massive upgrade right now, and you just need to relax and let it happen. Because the more you relax and let it happen, the quicker it will happen. Right.
Like a
So,
little doggy or a wolf, like
mhm.
playing on top of the snow. But I don't know how to cry.
Yeah, you do
I,
know how to cry. You're a beautiful crier. Your tears are beautiful. Your tears are beautiful. You're more human when you cry. And I know you're not used to that experience, but you're here to be human. And humans cry, humans laugh, humans get angry, humans grieve. That's what human beings are about. Our power is our emotional body. We emote, and when we have a thought about what we want and then we put emotion behind it, we manifest it very quickly. So the crying is a necessary, it's an actual mechanism to these bodies. In order for the body to operate properly, you have to cry. And you do know how to cry because you're doing it now, and it's beautiful. It's actually an essential component to being in the masculine polarity. The masculine has to cry.
I've been told my whole life that it's not true and that it doesn't. You gotta be a tough guy.
Yeah,
That
that's
you
all a
can't
false program.
cry.
That's all false.
I
You were lied to. How do you feel about that, that you were lied to?
agree.
I know. I want you to express your anger. I want you to express that anger. Let that anger out. Yes, your anger is power. Let that power out.
Just, I just want to fight.
Yep, go ahead. Fight. You're just fighting yourself. That was a false program that you were taught. And so now Archangel Michael is here to help us with the reprogramming. And I want you to pick a color frequency for the crown chakra and the brow chakra, where that program is of the tough guy. I want you to pick a color frequency to neutralize that program. What color frequency do you want to use?
It's like in between green and yellow. It's like Mountain Dew color.
Mm-hmm.
It's like and bubbling up. Like I see the carbonation of like inside of it. It's like fluid, but it's there and it's like bubbling as well. And it's that color. It's like not a yellow, but it's like I can see it as a yellow, but then it's like a not a mustard, but like not
Mm-hmm.
that dark of a yellow, but like more of a green and like, but not like super bright, like
Yep.
vibrant green. It's and
I want
it's
you to take
this.
that and I want you to use that color frequency and I want you to neutralize that tough guy program. And you're going to use that in the crown and the brow chakras. And I want you to tell me when that program has been neutralized. Go ahead and use that color frequency.
There's a lot of walls that has to be gone around and under and through the cracks. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's flowing and it's taking taking over the keep of the castle, and it's been this wall after wall and moat and inner keep that I've built around it.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and use that color frequency and I want you to blast all of that. Blast it out. Get rid of it. Disintegrate it. Neutralize it.
Okay, I trust you and I surrender all.
Mm-hmm. We've got you. Archangel Michael and I, we've got you.
It's like a catapult and a asteroid just like
Good.
like and like there's still it's still there. It's not done, but it's like
Neutralize it. Go ahead. Neutralize the whole thing. Clear out the tough guy program, that cowboy thing. It's false masculine. You neutralize it completely. You clear it all out until it's completely gone.
trying to sweep up the pieces and put it in the trash can.
Okay.
There, they look like a little. Looks like when I was a kid building Legos and broke them,
Mhm.
and then they go everywhere. And that's the pieces, and they've got to be swept up and put into the trash can and
Good.
lit on fire
Okay.
and gone. Being gone, all the gray pieces are no longer there. The dark and gray and
Okay.
black, the stones and the keep of the castle is starting to come down.
Okay. You let me know when it's all down and we're just in a nice, clean white slate.
It's like it was like a little pin dot. Why was I so focused and zoomed in on it? If I zoom out, it's not even there.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
It's like now it's just gone. It's white. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's like white with little like pink around the edges. Like
Okay. Good. Good. Now, is it all gone? Is it neutralized?
I, I, yeah, I think so.
How does it feel?
Feels like I'm floating.
Good.
Feels like cotton candy. What I would imagine a bunch of cotton candy would feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Just like boop, boop,
Mm-hmm.
boop. Like
Good.
there's nothing. It's just like back to that floating, but on it instead of out in space with it like dark and purple and blue and like
Mm-hmm.
just floating there. Now it's like it's all white and there's little bits of pink and then the yellow Mountain Dew color that's like washed around me and my and who I surrounded my people,
Mm-hmm.
my person.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an egg around me. It's like whiter at the bottom and then like color at the top.
Okay. Good. Now I want you to tune into your heart, and I want you to put the hands on your heart. Yeah. And now I want you to pick a color frequency that's going to open up your heart and expand it throughout your entire body. What color frequency do you want to use to open up the heart and expand it?
First one that I saw was purple.
Good. That's the one
Uh,
that I saw too. That's your theme color frequency for today. I saw purple this morning for you when I woke up.
It's not just like a little purple. It's like
Big one.
like a big purple.
Big, big,
It-
big purple.
It's like it's like
Yeah. Now I want you to use that purple frequency, and I want you to open up your heart and let that purple frequency take over your entire body, your auric field, everything. I want you to just allow the purple frequency to come in and take over. It feels really good. It feels very supportive. And I want you to especially bring that purple frequency into your shoulder blades and those angel wings that are surrounding your body. Bring that purple frequency in, and I want you to just receive it and relax into it. And you let me know when the purple frequency has taken over everything.
it's it's there and I see like a purple energetic pyramid too, like
Mm-hmm.
an actual pyramid. Like from the
Mm-hmm.
top, it's a conduit the hitting it, and then as soon as the white light hits it, it disperses and it goes purple, like deep dark purple,
Mm-hmm.
like like electricity,
Yeah,
like
like a lightning bolt.
yeah, like down to the four corners and then like around me. And like as I sit here, it just like is there surrounding and protecting and nothing like can get in, but it's also this like this little purple ball that's like there inside that's growing.
It's amazing. How does that feel?
Feels joyful.
And I want
Feels
you,
like I want to play with it. I
and
want
so
to
I want
like
you to just take it in. I want you to enjoy it. And I want you to take some deep breaths and really allow your body to experience it and to enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's you.
of course.
Thank you. He wants to know, how does he pursue his purpose without leaving others behind? What would you say to that?
How does a river flow over the rocks and leave the rocks behind?
It doesn't, does it?
The rocks are a part of the river and the river is there.
hmm
The water goes over them and they're there together.
hmm
So to say to remove the rocks is loss of flow is just maybe at that one point of time as you would call it,
Mm-hmm.
but as the whole zoomed out, if you see it all, the rocks are still in what you would consider a river,
Mm-hmm.
and the water and the rocks make up the river.
Mm-hmm. They're all oneness, but just different aspects of the one.
They they are they are there, and they are not there.
Mm-hmm.
It is one. uh, It's they serve a purpose in each place. Does that
Well,
answer your question?
that answers his question. So you already know that he's perceiving through the ego, which has a separation perception. And so the ego is fearing that if he pursues his life and his career, that he'll be leaving those that he's attached to behind. And this has to do specifically with balancing work, the work life, and his relationship life. So can you please give him your wisdom on that, balancing the work life with the relationship life, and how he can shift his perception from perceiving that he has to work and those that are in his life don't want him to work and he'll leave them behind. How can he find balance with that?
The image that I can see and maybe impart on is he is in a raft going down the river, and wisdom and chaos are there as well,
Mm-hmm.
and floating down this raft, he decided he wanted to go whitewater rafting, and some parts of the river are deep and calm, and some parts of the river are full of rocks and tumultuous and dangerous. And as he has chosen, he will not understand the peace unless he goes through the chaos. He doesn't. The turmoil is can be extremely fun and can also be extremely dangerous, and that is why we have the raft and the others around us that are there to also just be
Mm-hmm.
and to experience the healing and the nature to I see an eagle just soaring and diving into the water and grabbing a fish and then sitting on the bank, and those things of life would never be experienced, or what you would call enjoyed, if
Mm-hmm.
that was not there, and letting everything be for what it for what it is. The river still flows, and it goes one direction.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Now I want to ask you, and I'm being prompted to ask, does he have a soul contract with Jamie?
Written in blood.
Say that again.
Written in blood.
Written in blood. And is there a particular key life where he and the soul of Jamie wrote in blood this contract, their binding of each other or to each other? Is there a key life?
I see a picture of a man and a woman, and it's very joyous, and he seems to be some sort of warrior type, whether a samurai or something something from the east.
Mhm.
And there's a joyous, there's trees and houses, and what I see is this this calling of of duty, and his name and number is called, and yet he picks her up, and like as they walk out, he walks into the river and he's holding her, and looks at her and says, "This is not the end. I will be back. I promise it." And there's there's a tear that falls down his cheek and hits her right in the chest, just
Mhm.
right here.
Mhm.
And that there is there is and there was a deciding in a duty and obligation to no matter what, come back.
I'm going to count to three. When I count to three, you're going to go down into that body. You're going to acclimate yourself into that moment. One, going down, down into the body. Two, becoming that warrior. Three, be there now. I want you to look around you and tell me the first things that you see there.
Fog and a mist. There's a mountain and a valley, and there's a river. Right, I'm right by the river.
Hmm? I want you to look down at your feet in your mind's eye and tell me what your feet look like. Are you wearing shoes or are you barefoot here?
I'm wearing some sort of shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What's it made of? Use all your senses here. Acclimate yourself into this body and use your knowing as well.
it's rigid. It's tight. It's cold. It doesn't. It feels almost like leather, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like a scale. It's like a dragon scale almost.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's like it's not super comfortable, but it is. It just is. It's like a dark charcoal gray.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. And I want you to look up your body and I want you to describe for me what you're wearing on your body, your legs, your torso, your arms.
it's it's more of the same, a mixture of leather and scale,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's it's like a light gray to a dark gray, and like a, it's like it feels like some sort of armor,
Mm-hmm.
but there's like it's like not not here, not from anything that's on this planet
Mm-hmm.
necessarily.
And I want you to take a moment and look around you and I want you to describe for me The planet that you see, mountain, fog, water. I want you to describe in detail what you see. Acclimate yourself into this moment.
It looks as if there's three suns.
Mm-hmm,
Maybe it's just two, but there's three, like a telescoping lens,
mm-hmm,
one really close and one farther and one in the distance. And there, the first one's red, the second one's like an orange, and then like
mm-hmm,
it goes even farther, and I can't. It's like but it's shifting through the fog and the mist,
mm-hmm,
um, and there's a river, but it it's not flowing like a normal river should.
mm-hmm,
A normal river flows like on top, and this feels like it's flowing like into
mm-hmm,
like almost like a waterfall,
mm-hmm,
but it's like it's flowing and like flowing the wrong direction.
mm-hmm. And then when I count to three, you know the name of the planet and the star system that you're in, and you say it easily. 1, 2, 3. What planet are you on?
Draco,
Yep. And what star system are you in?
I don't remember.
It's okay. Mm-hmm. Very
Starts with
good.
an F.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does start with an F. Mm-hmm. Very good. Now I want you to really acclimate yourself into this moment and into this body. I want you to describe your face for me. Come back into your body and describe what your face feels like. Describe your mouth, your nose, your eyes, and your skin.
It's like I can see in the darkness. I have some sort of thermal vision.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Describe your eyes for me. What shape are they and what color?
they're like a deep shimmering like pool, like a pool of water in the moonlight,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like it's not one consistent color, but they shift between like a blue and a black and like a deep purplish, but when looked at directly, they're like there's no eyelashes.
Mm-hmm. No, no eyelashes.
There's no need. It's
Mm-mm.
like it's almost like I almost have like scales, but
Yes.
don't, and, and they're like they're soft and yet
Mm-hmm.
like firm when I need them to be.
Yep, they protect you when you need them to.
But otherwise, it's like the most tender, gentle thing, and then they turn into harder than harder than stone.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good. And now I want you to describe for me the person who's there with you.
It's it's different
Just
and
share that with me.
not the same species.
No.
Looks not the same. It's like not even necessarily from the same planet or area, but like
Mm-hmm.
unique and different, and has webbed hands and seems like some sort of like color green and
Mm-hmm.
and like not like a normal green, like a camouflaged like mix pattern of green
Hmm.
and like webbed webbed hands
Hmm.
and not the same.
Hmm.
And there's a uniqueness and an individuality and a character of like complete awe and difference and I don't know how to describe the just like the the beingness.
What is your relationship like with this being who's with you with the webbed hands and the uniqueness?
Feels like there's um, a little bit of a tension.
Hmm.
Feels like there's a like a, a need um, that I don't know how to describe, and and it feels like this space or this area is not the right spot. So the tenderness that I have to like take care of and provide and like help protect
Hmm.
because it's the wrong environment. And as I like even as I say this now, the environment is like literally starting to spin and like the only thing that I can say like describe it as is like Virgo, that
Hmm.
there's like this like tension Virgo relationship where
Hmm.
like being in the presence and the aura and everything is like shifting and constantly like spinning. um and as soon as I like step back and breathe and let that go, it slows down a little bit.
Hmm. And so I want you to come into the moment where you and this other being are making a pact with a tear. You are being called out to battle. And you say that you are going to come back, that you will come back. And a tear is shed and lands right on the heart. I want you to go right into that and tell me what happens.
There was bloodshed. There was it, it was I guess going as I went off and as I came back, I just see bloodshed.
Where's the blood coming from?
I think it's coming from the being.
When I count to three, you will see everything very clearly. You will know where the blood is coming from, and you will understand the pact by blood that is being made. 1, 2, 3. Tell me everything very clearly.
The the being has a missing limb,
Hmm.
and I find it still alive.
Hmm.
And I said that I would come back and I said that I would protect, but I wasn't able to.
Hmm. And so what happens?
And so I in the swirling in the chaos and the Virgo, I say that I will always be there. I will always protect. I will never abandon again.
Mm-hmm. And what did that do when you said that, when you spoke that contract? What happened?
But being no longer, and the life went out from the being, and was like that was the last breath.
Mm-hmm. And so how has that, I want to talk with Flo, how has this pact affected the life of the soul? How has this affected lives after that?
Always, it's always come back. It's always attracted in the abandonment to try and fix it. It's always it's always been in order to heal and to fix the void.
Mm-hmm. To fix the void. Can the void be fixed?
I don't think it's the soul's job to fix the void,
No.
because it was out of ignorance, and what the soul did not know the power of which it was speaking.
Exactly. And so, Flo, can you end, or I should say can we end that contract right now?
I don't know if it has been fulfilled as
What
enough.
what learning is left to be done through the contract?
It, it is not up to me. It is up to the soul to decide.
It's up to the soul to decide.
Has the soul gone through enough self-deprecation and punishment to feel that it is ready to learn to move forward?
Okay, so I hear that, Flo, but I want to share something with you because the soul experienced that in the Draconian system. And I know because I have Draconian lives and I know this soul from Draco. I will share that on this planet, in this system, especially where we're at in the ascension process, where we are healing and realizing the light, the self, we don't need to experience punishment and suffering any longer. That's something that we do in the Draco planet. We do that in the Draconian system, but we don't need to do that here anymore. We are ascending, we are evolving into a higher frequency. So with that being stated, why would it be necessary for the soul of Andrew Justin or any soul any longer to be suffering, to have to learn through suffering and responsibility and obligation? That just keeps us looping. We're coming out of that looping now.
Yes, no more looping and must let go.
Can the soul then let go of this punishment contract that he created for himself? Can he let that go now?
Yes, I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Because we're here to love. We're here to learn to love ourselves more. So can the soul shift the contract into self-love? Because this is what I'm hearing that the soul is desiring, is to love himself so that he can accept all aspects of himself, including this part that I am talking with now. Can he switch this contract to self-love?
Yes.
Is he ready to do that?
I'm not sure that he knows what that looks like.
Well, it's a feeling, and it feels like the freedom and the joy and the power that he is really desiring. Now, his body got activated already. How is his body feeling through this activation? There was the ego resistance to it, which made it more difficult, of course. But how is the body feeling?
Feeling free, feeling at peace,
Mm-hmm.
feeling just simply floating. As in this space and flow, there is water, and the body is just simply on top, holding the water and floating.
And so what you just described, Flo, is self-love in all of its different nuances. And also self-love is expressing the anger when it comes up to allow it to flow. Expressing frustration, expressing grieving, expressing it. Not suppressing it, not resisting it. That's also self-love. Is the soul ready to experience that?
The soul is done with the pain, with the self depreciation. The soul is ready to step up into the light, feel that love, to embrace what is love,
Is
to em-
the soul ready to see the reflection of that back at him, because his relationships will change and he will start to attract people who are reflecting love back to him, and joy and expression and free thought and free emotions? Is he ready to see that reflection and experience it?
I believe so. There's already aspects and people and in his life that are already there, that are revealing some of those things, but previously, like a broken mirror, not able to see everything.
Mhm. Now he will see them. So go ahead, Flo, and change the contract to self-love. How are you going to change the contract? Are you going to use light? Are you going to use a symbol? Are you going to use a color or a sound?
Well, I could do all of them, but simply, just as my color is here is purple, I take off the blood that was crimson and I'll make it purple as royalty of self love.
Wonderful. Go ahead and do that and let me know when it's complete.
self-love that has been, always will be, and will make it complete.
Mhm. Does he have the self-program contract and program running now?
The self-love is now put in place.
Wonderful. Do I have your word as the wholeness of all that is, that you will continue working on the brain and the body system to really implement self-love and keep it flowing every night while he sleeps until it is fully in play? Do I have your word?
Yes.
Thank you. Now he wants to know how to break the generational chains, the patterns from both his mother's and father's side of the family. How does he do this? How does he heal the generational chains?
He can't do it alone.
No.
That's
So who helps him?
reprogramming with self-love, the right people at the right time, at the right place will come in and help that.
Hmm. Are those right people and those right times aligning soon?
Yes,
Are some of those people in his life currently?
seems that way, yes.
Mhm. And will he recognize these people when he sees them?
Love reconciles love.
Love reconciles love. Mhm.
Yes, he will recognize them.
Mhm. He will recognize the opportunities to heal the generational chains as well when it comes up.
Yes, it will not be easy.
It will not be easy. Why? Does he like the challenge?
Of course. Of course he does. That's why he chose this.
Yes, it is why he chose this. It's why we all choose this.
Your questions seem very point,
The-
very pointed, and yet
These are
you
his
know the
questions.
answers.
These are his questions. I'm the messenger, as you know.
He
I'm the dragonfly.
he already knows the answers to these. Why is he asking these questions?
Well, because you already know this flow. When you're unconscious, when you're in this density, you forget. Because, we want to experience them as if they're new. Because there's always something interesting to discover in this process. That's why. But you're in a higher space. You see the full perspective. We forget it. We're in density here.
Yes, I guess it is lonely here.
It is. It's isolating. We forget. It's the illusion. We get caught up in the illusion very much, unless you do the work that I do, and then you get to see all of it, and then you realize. Okay, so he's got one more question, and I just want to know, Flo, what you would say to this. He wants to know how he steps into his potential and plays big, and then he starts to self-sabotage and shrink. And then he says, when I start to get there, I self-sabotage and shrink. How do I step into my potential and play big and override the self-sabotage? How does he do it?
Part of it is systems put in place.
Systems put in place?
It is, those systems become the bumpers on a bowling alley where he may bounce from thing to thing, but then still go down towards the target.
Mm-hmm.
Being open and honest.
Being open and honest. Oh, yeah.
And not judging himself. Comes down to what you've already said, is what we change the contract to self-love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very good. And I would love to know from you, Flo, do you have any words of wisdom for humanity? We're in a time of great change on this planet. Any wisdom that you have?
Change is the only constant. It's not about how long you've been somewhere, it's about how much you're willing to change, to grow through, to get better. It's not about the length of time in which something appears or is. Once you make the decision, all of it happens and comes into the space to fix it and to heal it. It just takes time to recognize and to see it actually produce its fruit. But you have to make that decision to change, to not just go through, but to grow through what is actually there and what is not.
What to actually grow through, not to go through. I love that. That is a beautiful statement right there. That's beautiful. Thank you, Flo. Thank you.
I'm here.
Yes, you are. You are there. Is there anything else that needs to be addressed today, or are we complete?
Keep on the path and push towards destiny.
Say that again, please.
Keep on the path and push towards his destiny.
Keep on the path and push towards his destiny. And what is his destiny? Share that, please.
To truly recognize and understand the power that he has to unlock the potential in other people.
Ah, there it is. Was that his intention for this current life?
Seems that way.
Mm-hmm.
Seems that all of his questions boil down to the same direction,
Mm-hmm.
whether he recognizes it or not.
Mm-hmm.
It is like an arrow shooting down the path and finding the target.
Mhm. Very good. Very good. Is there anything else, or are we complete today?
I believe that is what I'm here for. And if you need me, I will be here.
Wide awake. Welcome back. Now, just don't look at the time yet. I want you to tell me right away, how long do you think you were under hypnosis? What does it feel like to you? Does it feel short? Does it feel long? Somewhere in between?
Feels super short, but I also can just see 4.
Mm-hmm. So take a guess. Feels short. How short did it feel to you?
I don't know, like 10 minutes or something.
Mm-hmm. So you had an exact time. You went under at 1:26 Pacific time, 2:26 your time, and it's now 3:26. It's been exactly 2 hours, exactly on the dot. 2 hours. It's so good to know the linear time, because it really proves to the ego that when we just come from the left brain, we're not accurate at all, and that there is no time. There's no linear time. There's no line. There's time stamps. So you're quantum jumping quite a lot. You've been to Draco in the Draconian star system in the Orion's belt. How did it feel there for you?
It was it was weird. It felt familiar, but also felt like completely different. Like I was the the spinning of the planet is opposite direction. It's opposite, and it like it it's like diagonal almost, where it, it just I was 100% like lost, and I felt like I was rolling like inside of the ground. When I was even just laying here, I knew that I was like laying down and like not going anywhere, and yet I felt like I was spinning this way, the opposite direction, and then also like inside of the ground of where I was at, like
Did
and
you do you know
and yet
anything about the Draconians?
not really.
So you had no idea that you're having draconian lives. That's not the only draconian life you have, but did you not know that you've had draconian lives?
Uh-uh.
I did. Because I have draconian lives and I remember you from there. Yeah.
Yeah,
And there's a
it
big
felt
part
really
of
weird.
the draconian world. There's a big pieces of it that were brought to this planet, Gaia Sophia, Mother Earth. All the structure on this planet comes from the draconians here. We're under draconian rule right now. That's what all of this garbage is about on this planet. That's the darkness that's here.
Yeah, and it felt like I don't know, it was the the planet itself like felt like cold and like calculated. There
Oh,
was
it's
no,
very.
yeah, it was like there was no emotion. It's just like raw, like power, pure intensity. I don't know how
They
to
don't have an
describe it.
emotional body. Draconians don't have emotional bodies. They only have a mental body. So it's all It's all thought and superior thinking and controlling the mind control. That's where mind control comes from. That's where MK Ultra comes from. It comes from the Dracos.
Yeah. And it was, I guess, intense to, if I put it in like verbiage. Yeah, it was really intense of that feeling, and like just looking around and being there, and like there's like it's a, if I can beat you, I will. And like just because you have something that I want or need, like the thought is cool, I'm just gonna take it. Um and it was, yeah, it felt really difficult.
It is. It's where competition comes from. Comes from Draconians. It's a separation consciousness. I have to beat you in any way I possibly can in order to be superior. And superior to that's where the caste system comes from. To be wealthy is the best. And you've got to push everybody down in order to get up there. All of that comes from Draconian. The scales, all of it, everything you described. Yep. That's what it is. And it's very interesting. I have not had any clients, though, describe the scales in the way that you did. I loved the details of how you described what you were wearing, what your body had on it, everything. It was, I hadn't heard that level of detail before, but I know about the scales. I know about those. I just didn't know what they felt like. I don't remember what they feel like. But you changed your soul contract. How does that feel?
Feels, I guess, lighter. Um Feels like there's this is just the start of like of it, because now there's the, like, I feel like there's work that has to be done to like repair, to fix, to like change and go from one to the other. And it's this like transmutation that, like, I guess I'm feeling, or and just seeing, of going from one and it dissolving and then turning into another. And like it feels lighter. It also feels stronger. Feels like very intense, or that I like, I don't know how to describe it
It's
besides
new for you
that.
right now. It's something it's new for you right now, and it takes a while. It takes practice to ground it, to embody it. When it's new, there's a tentative aspect to it. And then after you practice self-love and honoring yourself and then sharing that with others, you embody it, you become comfortable with it, and then it's just natural. I mean, it takes all of us a while for that, because we've been operating at self-punishment, self-criticism, self-judgment, and give. I got to do, the system's asking for my energy. I just got to work. I mean, everybody's in this right now. And it takes a while to switch that. But then once you do, you reflect back to when you weren't doing that. And it's like, oh, wow, that's kind of crazy that I used to be like that. That's kind of, it's like, how did, like, I wasn't born that way. It was something that I learned, even if it's learned in infancy. No babies are ever born with that. We learn that early on. And to switch it, it's just, it, again, as I shared with you in the pre-talk, and I think I probably shared it with you when you were under hypnosis, to be powerful is actually to be relaxed in yourself. It's very relaxing and it's very opening to feel your own power, because power is love. Power is not control. Power is vulnerability and being loving. And that's a very high frequency. And when you're vibrating at that high frequency, those who are not in that frequency cannot be in your world and cannot be around you physically because they're not vibrating in that same frequency. But those that do vibrate in that frequency come into your world, and those that are not vibrating in that frequency but are ready to will come in very quickly. When you're in this frequency, you are not lonely. You're not lonely. You understand, you get, you comprehend. Animals come into your world so much more. Nature comes in so much more. And there's nothing lonely about being in nature.
Yeah.
And you're in this experience, your internal universe, which is where a universe is. You experience this. And you see the reflection immediately without you. And you realize all of this is really you. There's no way you could be lonely because you're in the oneness and you experience this. Yeah. And you experienced that just now when you were under quantum hypnosis. You were so at peace.
Yeah. And I felt like, I mean, I'm so visual that I can see it so intensely and it's so vivid. Especially like you were talking about the sword and like hitting me
Archangel
and like
Michael. Yeah,
Michael
penetrating your heart.
and the collective like being there, the energy, the colors, the yellow and then like that purple, just very, very vivid, very intense.
So I don't know if you have one of these crystals, but what came through when Archangel Michael collective was coming in and really busting the heart open, and the angelic realm was really helping you to release the stuck wings, the scapula, the shoulder blades, and letting everything go and out. I don't know if you have serpentine, the crystal serpentine,
No.
but I highly recommend that you get it. It is that kind of sickly yellow green color that you were describing. And it's great for it. It helps you to clear out old programs and old energy. It helps you to get rid of all of that low frequency. And I